March 11, 2020, a day the sports world won't soon forget as it marked the beginning of a nationwide shutdown, beginning with the NBA suspending its season. And the dominoes would fall quickly as other major sports leagues would also suspend operations, including the Western Athletic Conference tournament that featured the Cal State Bakersfield basketball programs. And a long year later, and those two teams are back here in Vegas as our first county teams to compete for a championship, this time in the Big West.
Just to get to the tournament was an accomplishment. It was a win. It was a success just to get there and then have the opportunity to play. Obviously, as I said earlier, it's disappointing for the loss, but there was a relief that we're on the other side of the mountain now.
A tournament a year removed, yet still looks similar, with COVID protocols in place, including arenas without fans. But back in March of 2020, the Runners basketball teams never even had a chance to play a game at the Orleans Arena, as the conference canceled the tournament following the shutdown of the NBA, shortly followed by the NCAA national tournament canceling. At the time, so much uncertainty surrounded sports as high school state championships and spring sports were also canceled, including the Runners' hopes of having a final run in the WAC.
One of those things where it's a domino effect, and so with everything that's happening, that's why it's not odd right now, because everything is happening so fast, and so it hit us. You know, sometimes you just don't expect it to hit you. You think that, you know, you're left out and of all this madness that's going on, but it hit right here at home.
As the world begins to open up a year later, sports are leading the way, as professional leagues created a prototype of playing during a pandemic and even showing us that championships could be completed. Now Kern County is gearing up for a high school football season that will first kick off here in town with Garces Memorial on March 19th, along with many other outdoor sports starting competition, with hopes of returning indoor sports soon.
I'm just grateful for this opportunity to be racing again. We didn't know that we were going to have a race like 2 weeks ago, and just to be racing again is very exciting.
I think at first everybody was just so happy, and then the realization of we probably have one of the toughest schedules in the state of California, and now it's for real, so the intensity level really went up. So now when you say it's normal, it's really normal.
Along with CSB basketball, other runner sports have been back on campus, some starting and some finishing seasons, while Bakersfield College recently started competitions for their Spring 1 sports. At the pro level, the Bakersfield Condors are currently making their way through a busy March schedule, looking as successful as they had during their historic 2018-19 season. So once again, sports may have marked the beginning of the shutdown here in America, but it's also starting to mark the beginning of a return to normal, even if it is a new normal. From Las Vegas for 23 ABC News, I'm Carrie Osep.